Good evening, ladies. It has been a while since I have posted a video for you all. Recently, I have been diagnosed with mild depression. I was like depressed about August. When everything finally came crashing down from the breakup to working my second job to doing a role at doing another position, helping them out while their um, person went out for the summer, taking on my other coworker caseload, on top of all of that, school, then getting ready to move. It definitely took a toll on my mental health. And I got to the point where I did not want to get out of bed. I did not want to do anything. I didn't have pleasure in doing things. I didn't even enjoy my birthday. I just was going through the motions. Um, One of the signs was I knew when I was drinking for like 2, 3 weeks wine. And I'm like, I'm normally not a heavy drinker. All I want to do is just lay in bed and watch movies. It was a struggle getting out of bed. I was like, oh God, I'm going to go to work. It was very hard during those times. And I went to my therapist and I was like, hey, something is not right with me. I am not having pleasure. I don't want to do things. I'm drinking. I'm feeling like I'm lost. I feel like I should be happy. I should be excited. I should be a lot. And I was not happy. I was not excited. And I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on with me and why I haven't posted in a while. Um, I am getting some clarification from God of where do I want to take this channel, because it is finding yourself after a breakup, finding yourself in general, finding yourself after toxic friendships, toxic jobs, and everything. And I just wanted to be real with you all, of me. I got diagnosed with mild depression and I have been taking medication to help with my depression. It's been about a month and maybe like a little over a month and a half. And I definitely notice a difference in me. I feel like I'm more happier. I feel like myself again. I feel like motivated. I feel like I can do anything. And I was at first ashamed for asking help because of the stigma in the black community of, well, if you take pills, you're crazy. But it's really something that maybe if you need to go that route to help you out of a depression, I think that is the way to go. I can only speak of what's working for me, um, and how it helped me get out of my depression that I was in because of everything that was going on. And then it finally came crashing down, and I didn't know how to get myself out. Um, I started school, my birthday came, I was like, just really down in the dumps. Even though I was going to school and I celebrated my birthday, I was just like going through the motions. Now I'm excited because school, I got like 6 more weeks left of school. And I got some projects. I published my book. I joined a book club at my school, and I'm actually letting one of the professors in the program get a copy of my book and actually read it and talk about my book. So it's definitely, God has me going into new territory that I never thought I was going into. Um, and I've, been praying like, God, give me guidance, give me direction. I fasted a couple days last week. I have to get back on it, but and really come and be honest with you. It definitely was a challenge to get here because at first I was scared to take medicine. Like, okay. And my therapist was like, it's okay, just be open. You know, everybody needs a little help every now and again, and then it's okay. You don't have to be on it forever. But right now, you need to be on it. You need to get out of that. So she definitely see changes in me as well. And I'm really excited because I miss doing these videos and I have missed doing my page that I have on Facebook called Finding Your Glow. Um, it's not as active as I used to be because of school and everything, because school takes up a lot. And then my job, so I'm like work, school. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I plan on getting back to my page. I would probably do like a couple video postings and then pre-recording and then do a schedule where they get released. But I just wanted to give you guys the heads up that I have not forgotten. And if you are feeling sad, depression is more than just sadness. Depression is little interest or pleasure in doing things. You're irritable, you get more annoyed, you're not sleeping, you may be sleeping too much, you may be overeating, you may not be eating. Those are signs associated with depression. You're like fidgety, you're not focused, or you might be more withdrawn, isolating. I was more of like isolating, withdrawn, and wanting to watch TV and drinking a little bit. So yeah. So it's more, if you feeling or have any of those symptoms, please reach out to a mental health provider. There, do a standardized test to see where would you fall. I was 1 point away from having major depression. Was like that 1 point. So I like had like right there and asking for help. Like, please, please, please ask for help, reach out for help, because it's something that I even struggle with is asking for help. But I know me asking for help and me getting help and having people, trusting people, has tremendously helped me, and I'm not embarrassed, and I'm okay to be like, you know what, I did have to ask for help. And I'm glad that I did, because if not, I would have probably still been in my depressive cave, not wanting to come out. So, ladies, if you need some help, or if you have any signs of depression or any signs that you're not feeling like yourself, please reach out and have somebody evaluate you. It's not really talked about in the black community. Like, hey, you pray about it, God's gonna fix it. I did pray, and it just seemed like I wasn't coming out. And God sent people to help you get out of things, and I felt like God is having me to talk about the stigma in the black community for mental health, to be an advocate about mental health, to say, hey, if you need medication, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Basically, it's the medication I'm on is take it at night, and it increases the happy hormones in my brain to make me more happy. Um, that's all it's doing. It's just increasing those hormones in your brain, your happy hormones, and to help you, give you that extra push to get out of it. And then once you get out of that depressive, you can come off the medication. And God has taken me into new directions of where I want to be. I prayed, like, God, why me? And He responded to, to me, He responded like, I'm having you be an advocate. This is your journey. This is your story. You can help somebody who is afraid to ask for help, who is afraid to come out and say, you know what, I do. Or who's afraid of, like, I'm going to be crazy if I take medication. And He's having me be that voice. And And I'm listening to him and making this video. I haven't made it in a while. And I just want to make anybody out there who is struggling, just please reach out, ask for help. There is nothing wrong with asking for help. It is the best thing because I have my therapist, I have my psychiatrist, I have my friends. One of my friends is like, "Oh, I'm glad that it happened." And then the other one was like, "Well, it was just maybe you'll get over it." And I was like, but I wasn't getting over it. I'm like, I prayed and I wasn't getting over it. And I was doing things and I still wasn't getting over it, getting out. I was eating, but I never still got out. So, and I'm glad that I did because now I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not stuck in my head like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, and going down that rabbit hole. It's like more of, this is what I need to be done. I'm feeling great. Understanding and talking to my therapist. I went from twice a week to once a week. And I am doing some inner child work. I am doing, following this book called Loving Me After We. And it talks about some inner child work, and like after your breakup, to focus on you and your part in the relationship. So that's what I've been working on the last couple of weeks, is my part in the relationship, understanding how my inner child showed up, understanding how I still need a little bit more work in that, to not pick an unhealthy partner, and how it is showing up. And some of the questions is, um, how does your Pandora box keep showing up in your life? What patterns keep repeating themselves in your relationships? Mine's in my relationship is I always pick the bully type, who wants to yell, who wants to fuss, who wants to be, who's jealous of my light, who jealous of my accomplishment, who is insecure. Oh, you might leave me, you're so beautiful. Like, and just insecure next to me, not feeling like they're good enough for me. Those are the types that I attract, but I'm like, I never gave you any indication, but it's more of my accomplishment, my independence, me being a go getter. How did you feel about your past as a child and when it was happening? How does this compare to what you think and feel now? What lessons did you need to learn from your patterns that have shown up in your relationship? What lessons that I've learned is that I have to take my time, making sure that the person actually matches who they say they are, because people often pretend, and leaving with the first sign of disrespect. One thing is that my partner, he hit below the belt, and then, you know, he did it again. And then that's when I was like, this is not a person that I want. He would yell at me anytime I would try to communicate with him. He always felt like I was attacking him, getting defensive. And I was like, when you get defensive, I can't talk to you. I can't get to you. I'll have to go to my friends because I can't talk to you. And I was getting called sensitive. My standards were too high. And so that's kind of the patterns that I always tend to pick. Like, they be charming in the beginning, and like they don't mind like paying for anything, taking care of me. It's more of the emotional side of things where it's like I don't have emotional safety, the emotional security in that aspect. So, and it also says what attachment style of people you seem to attract, which is like the bully type. In contrast, how would a secure partner, high in integrity and comfortable in their identity, in contrast, treat you? Treat me like the queen that I am and have that emotional security, that emotional stability, that financial security, stability, and we working together as one and not against each other. And how would you respond to a secure partner in the past, and how does that compare to how you know you should respond now? In the past, I would have considered a secure partner boring. We're not fighting, we're not arguing, you don't love me. And now it's me who's like, I don't want to fight with you. I didn't like fighting, I didn't like the arguing, I didn't like all of these things. So now it's like, I want to actually have a healthy relationship that is secure and everything. So those are some of the questions in the book that are deeper. But that's, I will be doing videos. I will be talking more about this book in some of my things. I will be promoting my book because I do have copies. If you want signed copies, just let me know. I'll send you my Cash App link and go from there. But you all have a good night. I just wanted to give you an update and letting you know what was going on with me. So you have a full video and what I've been doing to heal from that breakup, taking a heart sabbatical, doing this book. I did her program already. And I just needed a little bit, something different because I felt like I did it again and everything. So you guys have a good night.